Mikufanen everyone, and welcome back to another package opening. But very quickly, I would like to shout out the person who gave me or sent me this package. There's actually another one that is coming in September, and this person had already sent me something. I want to say at least a couple weeks ago. In fact, okay, I have it over here. Let me put this over here and put my phone there. Okay, and it's this one, the Dungeons and Dragons, right? And it is a package from my very dear friend Todd from Toddy Walnuts and Surviving the Horror. I've known Todd, and I've said this before in the other ones, in the other package opening, so I don't want to reiterate it too much, but maybe I'll just give a summary. He does let's play videos on his Surviving the Horror. I feel like I should start this over, like I messed this up, but I will just keep going. I guess I'm really sorry. I don't plan for anything. I just kind of got up and decided to do this, but to do this now, of course. I'm really sorry I'm messing this up, but hold on. Oh, yeah, okay. And he's my dear brother in arms, and we, have a similar taste in movies, and it's something we've been doing all the time, back and forth, ever since the days when we first started YouTube, talking about movies and stuff like that, and doing movie reviews and showcase videos. There was a time when we held, and not just us, but a lot of people held a lot of contests on YouTube. But nowadays, I guess it seems like, with the economy is, being bad now, and unlike physical media is kind of going away, it seems. But I do still see people pick up stuff. It seems like now things like this, like Dungeons and Dragons, or things like Die Hard, or those kind of films, those mainstream kind of films are being produced in less amount than what they used to be. It's more of like more obscure, rare titles. Like take something like Showgirls, picked up by Vinegar Syndrome, and they put out a collector's edition, or not really like a deluxe elite edition of it, even though it doesn't say anything like that. It's not like a special box set or anything. You don't get like a bunch of lobby cards or any kind of physical collectible with it. Like I have the VIP edition of Showgirls, which came with, I think, 2 shot glasses. It might have even come with a blindfold, pastries, that's, and just the movie, and maybe some other kind of collectible, like maybe like a lobby card or something. Those days, for those, for some, they don't seem to do that as much, but they did pick up Showgirls, and what you do get is the hard case collectible, which I have some of those myself, like for Beastmaster, and I can't remember what else, but I have a handful of those kind of Vinegar Syndrome titles. But anyways, Todd is one of the greatest guys, of course, and you guys know all about how great I personally find Todd. The things that I said in the other video, but I want to take the time to talk about his channels, particularly now his Surviving the Horror channel. He does live streams on there, and right now he kind of he's doing Fallout 76, but like lately not so much, because of course, you know, with work everybody, you know, works and is very busy, so you know, almost not a lot of people have a lot of time to do live streams, you know, for ones that have to work very hard. And he does work hard for his money, I'll say that. um, and like I said, he does live streams on his channel, and I guess I'm going to also give a little shout out to Summer Cherry. I have to bring her up briefly because there's a similarity between those two with their live streams. When you attend a Surviving the Horror live stream or a Summer Cherry live stream, it's almost like it becomes a party. You know, it's like a little miniaturized party. You know, everyone there is very cool, very friendly, and just talk about stuff. We all say hello to each other, and whether, like with the instance of, you know, Todd and with Summer, whether they're talking with them or we're talking amongst each other, you know, it doesn't matter. It literally is like a party, you know, that we'll be talking amongst each other for a little while, but then we get back our focus on, you know, on the stream, on the live stream, and talk a little bit about that. Or sometimes if there's a side conversation going on, Todd would just maybe, you know, if he has something to say about it or interject, he'll say, oh yeah, I saw that, or no, I didn't like that movie, or I was thinking about getting that game, you know, something like that, or maybe I might live stream that next, you know, that sort of thing. So it's literally as if we're all together in the same room. So that's what I really love about joining, you know, what makes it fun to be a part of a Toddy Walnuts live stream, as with Summer Cherry. So please, you know, absolutely, you know, not only subscribe to, you know, Summer Cherry's channel, but please absolutely subscribe to Surviving the Horror's channel and Todd's movie channel, which is Toddy Walnuts. Yeah, I'm glad some things never change, you know, this type of thing, you know, doing this kind of thing for each other. And there'll be another package opening when the other CD or other package, which is a CD from the UK, comes in. I think it's from some band in the UK that Todd has gotten to know. He knows a lot of famous people, I'll say that. And he's actually, so he actually purchased another copy of the CD for me, and it's going to be autographed, so that is so great. And it's being shipped directly from the artist himself. So thank you so much for that, Todd. Now, one of these things is something, of course, that Todd sent to me, and the other thing is something I ordered about a couple weeks ago, you know, maybe 2.5 weeks ago. I don't know which one is which. Okay. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and open them, so let us see. And also, you guys might want to keep your eyes open for a live stream of not Baldur's Gate, of Starfield by Toddy Walnuts. And just for the record, Movie Mike, also another dear friend of ours, his gaming channel is Mike Plays Games. So a quick plug to Mike. He'll be doing a Baldur's Gate live stream on his channel, which is Mike Plays Games. I'm going to leave links to all of these kindly people's channel down below, so please do check them out and tell them I sent you and subscribe to them. Well, oh, okay, I guess it's like upside down, so let me slide this way and open it. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see what this one is. Oh, yeah. This is the thing from Todd. This is so fantastic. Now, I should say that I have and I believe it is the UK steelbook of this that came out over a decade ago, of this film. And this particular steelbook, which I have, it's back there somewhere, in this shelf that you cannot see, but I have Blu-rays way in the back, and then because it's the depth of this shelf is very deep, so I can fit like two and a half worth of Blu-rays, stacked. It's hard, if that makes sense. But in the back, all the way at the end, is where I have it, and it's this film. It's both, the original and the sequel, which I like both a lot. I love both, but I think I may like the first one a little bit more. And it was a very ingenious steelbook, because on one side of the steelbook will be the part one of the movie, the first movie, and when you flip that steelbook, it's number two, the cover of number two. And I'm talking about, of course, if you haven't figured that out, that probably, I don't know how many CDs, Blu-rays do this kind of thing, but it's Demons 1 and 2. Okay, oh wow, yeah, this is Synapse Films, I'm sorry, Synapse. I'm very familiar with Synapse. I have some of their titles over here. I don't know, they didn't do From a Whisper to a Scream, but I have some of their stuff. But that's what I'm talking about on the steelbook. One side is Demons, and on the other side is Demons 2. Look at this beautiful artwork, though. The reason why I needed this one is because my Blu-ray player, which started off as region-free, somehow it updated, and then this is, again, about close to almost 10 years ago, maybe like 8 years ago, 9 years ago, well, no, you know what? No, it has to be about 10 years ago now. It's like, what, 2023. 10 years ago would have been 20. About 10 years ago, it updated, and that player lost the ability to play all kinds of, regions. So it used to be a region-free Blu-ray player, playing region A, B, C, and, but now it only plays region A. It locked itself to region A, so I can no longer play that Blu-ray. So this one now is very nice to have this. The first film took place in a movie theater, and I believe it has been a while since I've seen it, but the demons were like coming out of the screen and killing people. And in the way that one ended, it seemed like it was leading into an apocalypse, because I remember there was a jeep, or maybe a military jeep, but some jeep, and maybe even a machine gun mounted on the back of that, and people were getting on board that, and they drove off, and it just seemed like it was leading into like a zombie apocalypse, but this is a demon apocalypse. So the second one, when I seen that one, I expected a continuation from that, but we did not get that, and I still ended up liking it, but it took place in an apartment for the second one. And I think one of the sightings of the demon was there was like some wrecked television set, and I think the demon came out of the TV set, but it was in an apartment building, which now you can kind of see, and the whole thing takes place, and it's confined to that. But something that gives that similar feeling now, that just most recently came out, is Evil Dead Rises, or Evil Dead Rising, that latest Evil Dead film, where it takes place in an apartment building, but of course different premise with this one. So here it is, and here's the back of it. Thank you kindly, Todd, for this, and for the Dungeons and Dragons, but also more importantly, thank you just for everything you've done, your kindness, and all the kind words, and the shout outs you've given me, helping me out with my channel. You're one of the major people responsible for getting me where I'm at on my channel. I know my views are not tremendous, but that's okay. I'm glad to at least have what I have, and grateful for all of that and all of the kind of people there. But just also for everything, for your friendship and all the help you've given me when and advice and stuff. So thank you for that. Okay, I think I held this up long enough. So thank you so much for this, Todd. And the oh, here it is. This is the thing that I ordered. And of course, I know what this is. And there's one other thing I am thinking about ordering. The price still seems low, but... And I have this one over here. And this is a Martin Scorsese film, I believe. Oh yeah, a Martin Scorsese picture, Martin Scorsese film, and one that is a surprising one by him. I remember how the story went of how he decided to take on this project and make this film. His wife one day said to him that, you make a lot of pictures for adults, because he's known for making all those kind of gangster flicks, right? With like Goodfellas, Casino, things like that. And he did like Taxi Driver, a vigilante film. It's all adult rated R orientated film. And the wife said to him, it would be nice if just for once you would make maybe at least one film that can cater to our kids and to the kids. And that film, of course, now, it's a one of a kind by him, Hugo. This one stars Asa Butterfield. It stars Chloe Grace Moretz, and of course the great, I think he's now Sir, right? He's been Sir for a while, Sir Ben Kingsley. He's in this one. And this is a marvelous film. When this released in theaters where I seen it, it was in 3D. I did not see it in 3D, and that's a shame. You can really see the way it was filmed, that they took advantage of that. But it doesn't require it for you to enjoy it. Still a fantastic drama looking. It's quite thick also. It's about a boy who lives in a clock up in some train station, and he comes across this automatron. Is automatron the word? But like an automatron robot that I think you have to like wind it up or something, but it was broken, missing pieces, so he's trying to piece it back together. Along the way, he meets Ben Kingsley's character named George Miles. He plays George Miles. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but George Miles. And back in his heyday, which was in like the late 19th century, very early 1900s, from the late 19th century up to around early 1900s, he made these short pictures, these short films, silent films. I have one of them up there, A Trip to the Moon. I don't want to grab all these things. It's just going to take too long. But I do have the Blu-ray of it, not the Steelbook. I wish I had gotten that, but I got the regular Blu-ray of it, and it's very nice. The film, depending upon the speed at which you would crank it, but in this case, which version you watch, because they have like a few different versions and it's cranked at different speeds. The film can be anywhere from like 10 minutes long to maybe around 12 minutes long, something like that. But anyways, Hugo, not Hugo, Hugo I think is, no, I can't remember. Was Hugo the name of the robot, or what was the name? Was he the name of Asa Butterfield? For some reason, yeah, his name is Hugo Cabret. What the hell? Okay, how it just slipped my mind. I'm sorry about that. He comes across George Miles' character, and he works at this kind of pawn shop thing, and he was caught pilfering things, and he caught him, and he punished him and said, "You're going to give me everything out of your pockets." And then so he did it, and he even took the book that he coveted. But then he later befriends Chloe Grace Moretz's character, which is the granddaughter of George Miles, and she helps him, steal it back, and to become friends. And I'll stop there with the plot, but basically, the boy Hugo ends up befriending George Miles and has this kind of respect for him. But at the same time, George Miles has respect for Hugo, and there's a friendship that forms, and I love that. And it's such a great story. Oh, you know what? The other person that's in here is the comedian Borat. His name is Sasha something, Sasha Cohen, something like that. Oh yeah, Ray Winston, Sasha Baron Cohen is also in it. Yeah, Ray Winstone's in it. Emily Mortimer, she's the flower girl that Sasha likes. Sasha is Sasha Cohen, Sasha Baron Cohen. He plays a like the security in the train station, and he goes around with a dog. But I highly recommend this film, guys. So once again, thank you so very much, Todd. And I'm going to do a overview of both of these things that he sent me in a more like a comprehensive update, because I know Todd mentioned that he's still putting some kind of package together for me, which will come out, whenever, and of course take your time, on that. And when I do a package opening of that, I'm going to showcase these again, But guys, I can't stress this enough. I mean, I know people give shout outs and sometimes they go, unheeded sometimes, but sometimes, you get lucky and people will heed them. I really beg for you guys to heed this one. Please subscribe to Surviving the Horror. He is criminally underrated, and what do you call it? I feel like more people need to know about his live streaming channel, because he's that good and he's that great of a friend. Okay, and the game, he doesn't, much like the people I watch, much like Todd, much like Summer Cherry, much like Mike Plays Games, much like Falagar, and a plethora of people, much like Xenoc. Okay, I better stop, otherwise I'll never stop. Who live stream, and I love my live streams the same way I love my Let's Plays. People like Grumpy Scamp and Iena, for example, Pongo, and others. I'm going to stop there again. They don't play games just to be funny on the camera, where some folks do that. They don't have the love for the craft. They don't take it seriously. These guys do. They just play it as themselves, and they play it for the fun, first and foremost, for themselves. But two, they're also appreciative of the people who watch them, and they also try as best as they can to cater to them as well, to all you people, and try to make it so it aligns with their own values and their own desires for, for a game, and their style. But the important thing is they play it as themselves. They're not, it's just them. No script, no gimmicks, or trying to be unnecessarily over the top funny, just funny like normal, the way, if there's something really funny or something normal, then that's them. And Todd is one of the greats. So please, I'm begging you, please head on over to Surviving the Horrors channel. If you're a fan of films, also subscribe to Todd Walnuts channel too. So please subscribe to Todd and the rest of those guys that I mentioned. You can find them in my highly recommended channel down below. So thank you, and okay, see you.